What's up, everyone? And new month, new mats. This is my, I think it's Drytron. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Drytron. But I thought it was pretty cool, so went ahead and got it. So today, I'm doing a deck profile on my Gishki deck. Now, Gishki during the December ban list, it finally got all of its support back, and I'm kind of wondering why. Sorry about the creaky floor. Because Ghost Kraken right here can rip cards out of your opponent's hand, and it is not a once per turn at all. None of the Gishki cards are once per turn, so you can just thoroughly keep using them. And during practice, I was able to, so far, rip up to 3 cards out of my opponent's hand first turn. Pretty easy. So, it's definitely a very powerful deck, and definitely one that can be very strong, and who knows, maybe this could end up being a top deck if I can actually take it to a tournament or anything, but I can't do that because my locals are still closed, unfortunately. Let's get right into the deck profile. First, I run the Gishki Gust Kraken. Now, Gust Kraken, when it's ritual summoned, you can look up to 2 random cards in your opponent's hand and discard one. So not only can you discard a card, it also gives you hand knowledge. So if you pull Gust Kraken off multiple times, you can see potentially every card in their hand. So that is very, very good. I don't know why we got this card back, but we got it back. Also run the 2 Mind August. I don't run 3 of it because I don't think it's personally quite as good as Gust Kraken. None of the cards is as good as Gust Kraken. When this card is ritual summoned, you can target like up to 5 cards in any grave, shuffle them into the deck. It's okay. I don't really summon it too often because I'm mainly focusing on summoning Gust Kraken. Sometimes I'll just use August for the material as Gust Kraken. I also run 2 Levianima. Yeah, Levianima. Now when this card declares an attack, you can draw 1 card, so it's a little bit of draw power. And if you do, reveal it. Then if it was a Gishki monster, look at 1 random card in your opponent's hand. So again, more hand knowledge. Now onto the Gishki monsters. It's actually the first ritual deck I've seen that is a ritual focused deck that actually has non-ritual monsters, mainly because the only ones I've ever seen are the only ritual decks I've ever used are Megalith and Necros. I run 3 Gishki Shadow. This is easily the strongest, best Gishki monster, well, non-ritual monster. Shadow has an effect to where when you ritual summon an Gishki monster, this can be used as the entire requirement. So the whole having to use the equal number of levels doesn't apply, which is really good. So it makes getting Gust Kraken out very easy. Gust Kraken is super easy to get out in this deck. I get out like 3 times, probably more if I had more draw power. And it also has a discard effect to add a Gishki ritual spell from grave to hand. Next, I run 3 Gishki Vision. Gishki Vision, same as Shadow, can be used as the entire requirement, except when you discard it, you add a ritual monster instead of a ritual spell. Although the adding of the ritual monster is that important, I like this better because the Gust Kraken can easily be recycled back into the hand. I'll show like combos at the end of it to kind of show like what you do with this. I run 3 Gishki Vanities. It's a hand trap for Gishki. Basically, your opponent can activate spells, traps, monster effects during your turn. So, I guess, let's see, can it prevent hand traps? Yep, this can stop hand traps. So, don't need to call by the grave here. Also run 3 Gishki Abyss. When this card is summoned, you can add 1 Gishki monster with 1000 or less attack or defense from deck to hand. So, you can search your, like, Shadow. Does it work against Shadow? No, it doesn't. So I can search your Vision, your Eyes. I also run the 1 Gishki Beast. When it's normal summoned, you get special summon. 1 level 4 level Gishki from grave. It's a monster reborn, but in a ritual deck, that doesn't really matter quite as much, especially in this one. Next, I run 2 Module of the 10,000 Hands. When it's normal summon, you can add 1 ritual monster or 1 ritual spell. Pretty simple. I run 1 Incantation Kendall, 2 Incantation Talismandra. Kendall searches ritual spells. Talismandra searches ritual monsters. I like this one better, but I'd rather see this one so I can special summon the Kendall to get its effect based on how the incantations work. I also run a neat little frog engine. It is a water-based deck, and you know, totally awesome. It's a very powerful card. It's a free negate. open one swap frog, free in a game. Why not? And of course I run tone to finish off the frog package. Moving on to the spells. I ran 3 Gishki Aquamirror. My 3rd copy never arrived, so I just have a proxy of it. Now, Gishki Aquamirror can actually recycle itself by targeting a Gishki ritual in your grave, adding it to hand, and then it allows you to shuffle that back into the deck. So it's reusable. And that's not a once per turn either, because nothing in this deck pretty much is. Like, I think the incantations are, like, the incantations and frogs are the only things that are like once per turn or whatever. I also run 3 preparations of rites. 3 preparations of rites. It's essentially searches out ritual monsters and ritual spells. I also run the 1 incantation exception. And I also run 2 extra foolish barrel of goods. I had another one literally just with me. Don't know where it is the second, but I do run 2 of those. Extra full barrel of goods, you pay half your life points and send 1 monster from your extra deck to your grave. Pretty much being Herald of Arc Light. That's all for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. So first off, I run the 1 Bahamut Shark and the 2 Totally Awesomes. In case you pull off the level 4, it's another way to get another Toad, because Toad's awesome. Also run the 1 IP Masquerena, Cerberus, Unicorn, Phoenix, as well as Boral Sword, Appaloosa, and Access Code. And I also run 2 Herald of the Arc Light. When Herald of the Arc Light is sent to the grave, you can search a ritual spell. That's mainly why I want to run that, because you want to get the search out the ritual spell more than the monster, because the ritual spell recycles the monster back into your hand. So if you have multiple of the ritual spell, you can just keep summoning Gust Kraken and keep recycling it back into your hand. And also, 1 Cross Sheep, run this. This card is best with rituals, because when you ritual summon a monster, draw 2 cards. Considering the Gishki monsters are not a once per turn at all, you can't brick. Whatever 2 cards you draw, like let's say draw another Aquamirror or Gust Kraken or Gishki Shadow, you can use it. So definitely run that. Now I don't have a full 15 card extra because my cards kind of scattered all over the place at the moment. So I kind of tried to get what I could find. What I'd probably do is maybe increase Totally Awesome, maybe Bahamut Shark. If you want to throw in maybe Pot of Extravagance, that's fine. Because the only cards that really, I'd say, actually matter in this deck, or in the extra deck, are Cross Sheep, Herald of the Arc Light, maybe Totally Awesome. And also, another thing I would run is maybe a good rank 6 monster. The problem is, the only good rank 6 monster is Cyber Dragon Infinity. Can't use that, because they're not machines. So, that's going to be all for my Gishki deck profile. What do you think? Think Eve Gishki is a pretty cool deck? Do you think Gust Kraken should have stayed on the limited list? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.